gonna continue on now. And while I'm waiting, or you all are waiting, you can take the back of your paintbrush, the one with the chiseled end, and you can push down your edges. It's super important that you do that. It's called burnishing the edges, so the watercolor does not bleed underneath. And so I'm doing that right now because we're going to actually add another layer of tape over this. So I'm going over all my edges. And feeling good. Now the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the horizon line. And I've ripped a piece of tape here, and I want to do the edge of my hill, our back hill there. And you can see I didn't do a straight line, I ripped it. And as I go down the other side, I have another piece of tape, and I want to burnish the edges there. I want to make sure it's all good. I want to definitely go over my edges and burnish them. After we're done burnishing the edges, we are going to stretch the paper, but I'll give you a moment to do this. And then we are going to stretch the paper. The reason we stretch the paper is to stop the warping from occurring. And it's important when we do our watercolors that we stretch them, unless we have a super heavy paper and we feel confident that the paper is not going to warp. But it's always wise to do that. And I'll show you a little sample here of a watercolor that has been fully stretched. It'll have a white border around it. And the paper that you'll be using will be a little bit of a heavier quality. So you can see the edges here have a border, which we'll talk about here momentarily. So as you're doing that, I am going to show you some landscapes, and I have them up here in a booklet that are really kind of fun. This one is really a little bit hard to see, but you can see it has a foreground of the mooring balls in front. Our middle ground are these trees, and our background is the high cliffs and the sky. If we continue on, we have this dock as our foreground. Our middle ground is the little cabin, or sauna, actually what it is. Our background is the trees, the tops of the trees in the sky. Same with this one here. These are all little watercolors that were embellished with ink, which is a possibility for you all to do. But we'll go into that little detail later. All right, next step, stretching our paper. Are we ready? No? Okay.
You go so fast.
I'll slow down. I'll pause.